Good evening and welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I am Tamiru Nimsat. Let's have a look at the headlines. Economy to grow 4.5 to 5% in 2024 and 3% plus in 2025, CBSL Governor says. Chamber of Commerce welcomes the third review under the IMF program. News in detail. Central Bank Governor Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe said that Sri Lanka is expected to grow 4.5 to 5% by this year and will see an expansion well above 3% in the next year. Central Bank Governor said this speaking at the post-monetary policy review meeting held at the Central Bank premises yesterday.
We already indicated this will be 4.5 to 5% compared to, I think, World Bank or ADB announced 4.4% for this year. We think that will be more than that. For the next year, it's still too early for us to make a firm projection. We will wait and see for the Q4, Q3 and Q4, and then we'll announce our projection for the next year, probably in the next year. But we can say the baseline would basically going to be 3%. We are very confident that economy will certainly grow well above 3% of the baseline. So exact projection, I think, is too early for us to make a projection. We need a lot more information for the next year. Key parameters of the under the IMF program, like the primary surplus of 2.3%, the revenue GDP target of around 15%, and the inflation target maintained medium to long-term inflation 5%, and the building of reserves to a much more comfortable level so that our external repayment capacity, debt carrying capacity would be increased, and also the completion of debt restructuring. Those parameters has been assured to be maintained going forward. So those are the key parameters. Within that, there could be certain here and there changes, as we have already seen in the last two reviews also. We are seeing small changes all the time. So there could be those changes one can see when this is approved by the executive board somewhere in February next year.
In a move towards modernizing Sri Lanka's monetary policy, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka has transitioned to a single policy interest rate mechanism as part of its flexible inflation targeting framework. The change comes into effect, replacing the existing dual policy rate structure. The Central Bank has introduced the overnight policy rate as the primary tool to signal its monetary policy stance. This move aims to enhance the efficiency and clarity of monetary policy transmission across financial markets and the broad economy. The average weighted call money rate, the interbank market rate, will remain the central bank's operational target, maintained at or near the announced OPR. The existing standing deposit facility and standing lending facility will remain available for overnight transactions, with their rates tied to the OPR via predetermined margins. However, these rates will no longer be considered policy interest rates. Under the FIT framework, the central bank targets the 5% inflation rate, aiming to foster economic stability and sustainable growth. The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce has welcomed the announcement of a staff-level agreement for the third review under the International Monetary Fund Extended Fund Facility Program for Sri Lanka. The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce made this announcement in a press statement released to the media recently. This agreement reflects the significant progress Sri Lanka has achieved in implementing structural reforms and striving towards fiscal sustainability amid a challenging economic recovery phase. The Chamber has emphasized the importance of maintaining the reform momentum to ensure the country can address critical constraints and foster long-term sustainable growth. The Chamber also expressed hope that the government will meet the necessary conditions for the IMF board's approval and the subsequent disbursement of funds under the program. Stay tuned. We will return after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. The Asian Development Bank committed to supporting investment opportunities in Sri Lanka, attributing the rise in foreign investor interest to the government's ongoing systematic financial reforms. This was conveyed during a discussion between ADB Regional Head of Private Sector Development, Takio Koike, and Senior Additional Secretary to the President, Jean Nardi Aponsu, at the Presidential Secretariat recently. Officials highlighted growing enthusiasm from investors in climate change mitigation, agricultural modernization, and the energy sector. The meeting explored opportunities for both direct investments and public private partnerships, showcasing pathways for further economic growth while aligning with Sri Lanka's development goals. Key participants included ADB's country director for Sri Lanka, Takafumi Kadanu, alongside specialists in finance, energy, and private sector development. Representing Sri Lanka were officials from the Department of External Resources, including Director General Samantha Bandar. Scenic Communication 2024 was held recently at the BMICH main hall, displaying glow and grandeur witnessed by a large audience of parents, students, staff, academic and industry partners, academic regulators, and invitees. Chancellor of Scenic Campus, Professor Prashanto K. Mukherjee, and Joint Managing Director, Scenic Campus, Ms. N. Prakasham, graced the procedures. Captain Ajit Piris, President of Scenic Campus, presided over full capacity of 3 sessions that turned a new chapter for 1,450 graduates, securing postgraduate degrees and higher national diplomas in diversified fields of higher education. The President of the Scenic Campus, Captain Ajit Piris, said that all the courses by the campus are in demand globally today, covering maritime, engineering and technology, management, logistics, marketing, supply chain, English, sports and physical education, health sciences, information technology, aviation, chemistry and hospitality fields. Officials from Ministry of Education, Ministry of Port Shipping, University of Wolverhampton, UK, Dalian Maritime University, China, Pearson, UK, and Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, Sri Lanka, Institute of Engineers, Sri Lanka, and industry partners were amongst the invitees.
Next in the agenda is the conferment of Ministry of Education.
President of Scenic Campus, Captain Ajit Pirit said that the purpose of his and his team's effort is not just providing a job market-oriented education, but also saving a considerable amount of money which goes for other countries annually for higher education dreams of the Sri Lankan youths.
Cinec's collaborations with well-established foreign universities, institutes and professional bodies, namely University of Wolverhampton in UK, Dalian Maritime University in China, University of South Australia, SRH Mobile University in Germany, Lincoln University College in Malaysia, Module University in Vienna, Austria, European University for Tourism in Italy, Chisholm Institute in Australia, CILT in UK, and Pearson's UK gives access and exposure to our students to the international market to build their future careers. We keep on exploring more such opportunities for our students with other prestigious universities and institutions in foreign countries. Cinec's approach helps our country to reduce the outflow of foreign exchange as we offer foreign graduate programs and local programs recognized by the foreign bodies in Sri Lanka. With these qualifications and recognition by the foreign countries, Sri Lankans can find employment abroad and on board foreign ships, thus bringing much needed foreign exchange to our country. By this way, Cinec helps Sri Lanka in the present need to boost foreign currency reserves.
Stay tuned for Stagat. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on positive notes today. The all share price index gained by 114.5 points to close at 13,164.33, and the S&P SL 20 gained by 41.01 points to close at 3,917.62. The turnover was 5 billion rupees and over 217 million shares were traded. Up next are forex trades. That's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.